Start of our long rest or the end of our long rest?
Alright, we're live. Here we go. Alright, so you guys, last we left off, you guys were getting a long rest.
Yeah, because we were in Lingman's hut.
You guys settle down for the night, and as you do so, I'm sure you're in the dome, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Under the dome.
Alright. Ganon,
Yeah.
you go to sleep, like any other night. Scratch your left nut, roll over, fart, go to sleep.
Yep.
Barbarian. You're good to go. And when you wake up, you are in a barren land. There is nothing around. The ground is dark, black, red, scald marks everywhere. It's just barren. There's nothing around. Your friends, your allies, nothing.
I'm awake now. I'm conscious,
You believe you are.
and it's just like black, like void around me, basically.
Right. Oh, you can see the landscape. It's just a barren landscape.
Okay.
Think Death Valley, California. Nothing but dry dirt, but it's got like some scorch marks and stuff around.
Okay. I'll look around. Is there anyone around? Do I have my weapons?
Nope.
I don't have my weapons. Okay. I will just pick a direction and start walking forward then.
You begin to walk.
I will keep walking.
There is a nice
Looking around.
overcast. So there's no like sun directly beating on you, but you begin to sweat. You're hot.
True.
So hot. You're like, damn. You start taking off layers because it's so hot, and you start to get uncomfortable. The sand gets in between your toes and starts rubbing you raw. It's just uncomfortable. And up ahead, you see a stone building made out of red brick. It's got
Okay.
a solid white door. No windows.
Well, it's hot, and that's shelter, so that's where I'm going.
Alright. You knock or just go right in?
I'm just gonna go in.
Alright.
Walk to the door. Push open.
You go on in, and sitting behind a table is this fat. I mean, think about the fattest person you know. Think Mojo from the X-Men. Big, fat, like different colored patches of flesh all over him, like cancerous spots and stuff. He smiles at you. His teeth have like black gums, and you can see the dirt and grime in between each teeth.
Does he say anything?
No, he just smiles at you.
Who are you?
He just laughs and kind of rocks back. There's a fine layer of sweat all over his body. And he rubs his hands down, and you know, like when you rub your hand through oil, you see it like around his fingertips, and he kind of flicks it on the ground, and he looks at you. He just laughs at you. And as he does, these imps fly out and set a table in front of you. They fly off again, giving you a moment to look around the room.
Yeah, I guess. You said they put a table down, like in between me and him?
Yeah.
Did they bring a chair?
Yeah.
I'll take a seat, I guess.
Alright.
I'll just look at him and be like, I asked you a question.
The imps fly out and set a bowl in front of him, a bowl in front of you. You get a goblet in front of you and a goblet in front of him. The imps fly out and pour some red liquid into the drinks and then fly off. Snot begins to run out of his nose a little bit and he wipes it on his finger in his hand. Just kind of.
And this is like a man? This is like a grotesque looking man?
Yep.
Not like a demon or anything?
And he flicks it into the bowl.
Ugh.
And then the imps bring out 2 buckets and pour this semi-jello pudding type substance into your bowl. And then they jab a fork.
Okay.
He picks the bowl up and starts slowly eating it, nodding to you, gesturing for you to eat yours, and he just keeps eating it.
I just sit there and watch and discuss. I'll take a look around the room while he's eating. See if there's anything on the wall, if there's any other furniture in here, if there's any other people in here.
Nothing. You don't even know where the imps are flying away to because it seems like it's a solid room. One way in, one way out.
Huh. I want to do my magical awareness search.
You do it, and
Look around.
nothing seems to happen.
Huh. Well,
Nothing
then I will
shows up.
just sit there and watch him in disgust. Slowly getting more and more angry and irritated at the situation.
So you don't eat?
No.
Alright. He finishes his and then reaches over and snatches your bowl away.
Okay.
Tilts it up and begins to eat slowly. And
Gross.
as he does, it's kind of like think a gooey wet towel, but like pudding or jello substance.
Gross.
And as he's slurping it up in his bowl, he brings the bowl up to his chin, one of many, and starts to slurp it in. And you see a hand of nothing but skin and that slimy thing wrap its fingers around the edge of the bowl. And then the other one wrap its hand around the end of the bowl. And as he's slurping, you slowly see a bald head come up. And then these eyes come up. And then this nose. And then this mouth. And he's slowly being eaten by this fat bastard. And you hear it speak to you. But not out loud, into your mind. Why? Why? And you recognize the voice.
As
the one that just recently died, your friend, your brother in arms. It is most definitely Anderson, Duskhaven, slowly being devoured.
uh, immediately I want to try and flip the table aside and just start beating this person.
As you throw the table up, you hear. And you startle awake in the dome.
I look around. Is anybody else awake?
Nope.
Okay. Who's on watch? Anybody?
Nobody, because you got the dome.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up, step outside the dome. I'm gonna stand up, just take a step outside the dome, and just take a breather. Just kind of walk around, pace for about 10 minutes. Eventually head back into the dome and crash, or try to.
As you do, you give me a perception check.
Hey!
You see.
First one of the night. Good. It's gonna be your only one of the night.
That's right.
Get them all
Now I'm
out
screwed.
now.
Yeah, dude. Use it in the RP so you die in the war.
You
Nice.
notice Kit fidgeting uncomfortably. She seems to be having perhaps a nightmare of sorts. Or gas. That could be it too.
I'll just kind of watch her for a couple minutes. See
Alright.
what happens. See if she just kind of stops fidgeting on her own.
Kit, we swing over to you.
Alrighty.
Alright. And you keep hearing the same thing over and over in your dream. You can't quite make it out, and it's agony. 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 Agony.
Hey. It's like somebody saying it, or
It's just you hear it over and over by thousands of voices, all kinds. Agony, agony.
can I figure out where it's coming from?
That's the thing, you can't, and it's making you very uncomfortable, super uncomfortable, uncomfortable. Agony.
I will pull out my pan flute and try to drown out the noise with more noise.
As you pull out your pan flute and you blow into it, agony, agony. Every sound that comes out of it is the same word, agony, agony.
This is not fun.
As you sit there and you're contemplating everything that's going on, you can't turn this off. The darkness in front of you begins to get ripped apart as about 6 spikes get jabbed through the night and starts to rip apart the reality. And behind those spikes, they're attached to 3 balls. They look almost like maces, and it's ripping the fabric of space and time in front of you. And you're tormented for the rest of the night that way. Now, where's my sorcerer?
He's
Yeah,
okay.
Alright, Mr. Sorcerer, you do not have a good dream either. Why
yikes.
don't you describe to me the dream that we're having right now? Good or bad, and then I will interrupt you with what happens.
Wait, what?
Yep. So make what kind of dream you having, buddy, so you can intervene and ruin it.
I guess Vic's dreaming about.
It's
He's
time
on his
with
big
the
house.
barbarian chicks.
Not really. But he's dreaming about the big house he used to live in, chatting with his siblings. And he's just chilling with his brother, playing dragon chess, getting his ass beat. Because he always sucked at it, but he likes the game. Generally having a good time talking to his brother. So how you gonna ruin this for me, huh?
Alright. And Katharina comes walking in and slips her arm around you as you're playing chess. Begins to nibble on your ear. I've missed you, but I will find you. I will find you soon.
Look, last time we met, we almost killed each other. What you doing?
I will find you.
No, you're not. You won't. Get your blind eye out. Get your blind ass out of here. I don't want to see you.
She begins to nibble on your ear, and your hands lock up, your arms lock up. You can't seem to move. Your brother's sitting across from you, looking at you. He's frozen as well. And then you hear,
Can I
boom!
talk?
The building begins to shake. Boom! The walls begin to shake. The roof tile fall down. Plaster falls down. Then the whole side of the building rips off. And there you see a large dragon devouring your friends. And it looks down at you. Are you stronger yet? I see you are not.
I don't think Vic has a response to that. He's just shaking uncontrollably and frightened as fuck.
And faster than lightning, it snatches your brother up and throws him up in the air and swallows him whole. Oh, your friend is here. She kisses you on the side of the cheek and turns and walks away. This giant dragon eyeball, about the size of your whole upper torso, moves within an inch of you. Its slimy lens flicks back and up. I do see and know your time is running out. And then with that, he turns his head real quick and his teeth come down, and just as they penetrate your skin, you wake up. The long rest is over. Morning has come. Some have had good dreams, some have had bad. This is where you guys RP?
Bree startles up, looks around discreetly, wipes sweat off her face, gets up and acts like nothing happened.
Would that be the point where I saw her fidgeting?
No. You would have saw her fidgeting
Okay.
unless you did anything to stop it. You didn't seem like you were gonna do anything. You were just watching her. So.
Yeah, I was gonna see if she's gonna stop, and if she wasn't, was just gonna leave her, I guess.
Sorry, my father just busted into the room like, the fuck? I'm playing, get out! I'm playing, get the fuck out! But, sorry. Shit.
So is everybody awake? This is the morning now, right?
This is the morning.
Okay.
Will's gonna get up, stretch out. He slept good.
Vic wakes up, his eyes wide and sweating.
Xana,
He's just
kinda
like-
Kit scowls at him. Gets up and does her thing.
I'm gonna excuse myself and step outside. Got some morning preparation work I gotta do before we head out. Give me a few minutes, I'll be ready to go.
I think that means the hut disappears if you leave.
Yeah, as soon as I walk out.
Yeah. So you step out the door and take the house with you, huh?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So, Dean, what I want to do is I'm going to go outside and kind of get away from them while they're packing up a little bit, and I want to recast my Animate Dead. I wanted to swap out one or both of the zombies for skeletons if I could. If I can't do that here, if it's not feasible, if I can't, whatever, that's fine. I'll just renew.
You would have to do preparations to do that.
Okay.
You would have to actually kill because they're still kind of fresh-ish, so you would have to remove to make them skeletons. You'd have to remove their flesh.
Yeah, sorry, or I just got to find some bones. Sweet. Okay, that's cool. Then I just want to use up the 1 minute or whatever to redo the control over these two.
You can make skeletons. It's just you'll have to be messy doing it. So it depends on how bad you want them.
Not that bad. I'm not really a hands-on necromancer.
I was just asking, man.
Butcher here.
How bad do you want them?
Not that bad.
You come back to the new group covered in goo. I'm good.
Yeah, it's going to get up and do her morning evolutions, making sure her armor's on. She'll put her bells on for her performance because she's really can't put her performance outfit on, but she can use her bells as her spell focus.
The teenage slave, did it take off as soon as we left?
Yes, it's
Okay.
gone. As soon as we stopped watching her, they left.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I just had it written down, but I couldn't remember anything after that.
Oh, I thought you guys.
Is what I thought we did what?
I thought you guys kept her. You talked her in.
Oh, we tried to.
I
She
I
should
remember
still
that
be
we did keep her.
Yeah.
We
No.
tried, but
Tried
I
to
thought
run
she
off by
eventually
freaking-
got away.
Well, we went to bed. She was there, so it's up to the DM now to decide whether or
Oh,
not she
she's
ran
still
off.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because every time she tried to bolt, I grabbed her.
Yeah, I
Kept
thought that's what happened.
That was what happened.
But yeah, she's
So-
still
So,
her. Interesting that she stuck around.
I'm gonna broach that then. I'll ask. Once I come back around when everybody's getting ready and everything, I'm like, well, Gannon, if we're going off into combat, I don't think the little one should come with us. What's around us? We're near Western, right?
No, you guys.
No, we're closer
Yeah.
to the
6 hours away from
Tristfields.
Tristfields,
Yeah, you
like
guys
right
are, I
here.
think, 3 to 6 hours away from Tristfields.
That dumbass mage teleported us in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Her best.
Well, that was intentional. She hated me, so
Her best bet would be being in the town that we're defending. Otherwise,
Yes.
just throwing her to the wilderness. And
well, I could have my
Moving that-
companions escort her.
To where?
I don't think she'll like that.
It's gonna take more than a day to get there. How long can you maintain control over these creatures?
Oh, is it really that? Is it really further than a day? I didn't think we were that.
Dude, we're here.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I didn't know how close we were to the turf field. I knew we were out in the fields.
Oh, we're
rounding
close
up
to the
armies.
Fields, if you want to escort her to the turf field, that's where we're going though.
I guess it's up to her. Well, but she needs to know what she's walking in.
Well, she's a kid.
I mean, because you got 2 armies out there, plus monsters, so.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's like our best bet would be trying to keep her safe along with all the rest of the civilians. Otherwise, it's like we're just leaving her here, basically. We can't just leave a child out in the woods.
Kid.
You could, it just wouldn't be moral.
I can't, I guess.
Yeah, those people that keep you, were they Myriad?
I think we tried to ask her that last time, and she doesn't know. She doesn't know where she came from.
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
We think she came from like this area,
Yeah.
which would make the most sense, but we don't know.
It'd be crazy if we got to the turf fields and she recognized it as like an internment camp.
Well, she's had her tongue cut out.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. You don't remember that?
She doesn't know what tongue
No, I thought she just wasn't saying stuff.
No, man, she had her tongue cut out.
Shit.
Well, let's head to the turf fields. I think we're like a day out, aren't we?
We're 6
3 to
hours
6
out.
hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those
And
fucking.
we can always, have her, she's a refugee, so she'll fit right in.
Yeah, true.
Alright. You guys
Yeah.
All right.
start the long march. Any RP
Yep.
before you guys want to talk about anything, do anything before I move on?
Nah, just while we're walking though, I will just kind of be asking them. Does anybody have any idea what we're walking into, or is this just going to be a free for all, or is
Shit
there?
show. No.
Okay.
Yeah, probably a shit show. It's kind of our thing, Walk into places that we don't fucking know what's going on.
Dan will just keep quiet to himself unless somebody asks him something directly that he feels he should answer. He's just gonna be quiet on the way there.
Kit will look back and say, missing Ganon, aren't you?
Andrews.
Andrews. That's what I meant.
Myself. I'll just look at her, nod. Yeah.
Right.
Alright, would anybody like to give me a history check?
And only one person
I
make
can.
that check, or anyone can, or everyone
Oh,
can.
well, Kit doesn't. Yeah, I'm not starting off greatest. It's so hilarious. In every other game, people yell at me because I crit, and have higher rolls, all the time. And this one, I always fumble. It never fails.
Or just cursed.
Alright. So, most of you know this is where Westrun gets its food, mostly from. But the newest member, the Necromancer, you know that this is home to the clan Dustballs, which is a Gnoll group, and it's got one of the highest populations of Gnolls, so much so that it's actually a spoken language in this city, in this town. The population is probably around 1,300, mostly human and halfling, but about 15% of the population is Gnolls. And that could be the reason why these other Gnolls are trying to take out this place, is because they need to get rid of the rival group. You also know that there's nearly 150 shields from Westruun stationed here normally to protect this place. So on top of that, you also have the army that has left Westruun here as well. And as you begin to march up, you notice that there are several battlements. You also notice the only tribe of barbarians that you have secured for the defense, also around the area, scattered around the area. It is a small town, so there's really no wall to think of. And I will show you guys this. So, tells you just a little bit about the place, and you guys can discuss and talk about anything that you want right now, and then we'll head into the town.
Alright.
Oh, there's
Dust
moles
Paul.
that live here.
Yeah, I'll relay all the information you tell me about the clan and the armaments that are usually there, the soldiers that are usually there, and protection, and just so that they're all aware of all that.
Well, we didn't get many groups to come help us, but they have us, so they shouldn't need much more.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we'll head into town, huh?
Alright. As you head into town, you notice that they've makeshift some armaments. Some trees have been cut, and they're spotted around. Think anti-tank cantrip, giant ass cantrips out in the middle of the way, so that they can't just charge right in. Some wagons have been turned over and stuff. It seems that they are being prepared for war.
We need to find out who's in charge.
Well, that's a given. But how do we do that?
I don't know. I'm not a military strategist. Ganon, how would you find out who's in charge?
Go pick a fight.
I'm no general. I don't know. Usually, where I come from, people I hang out with.
Fuck it.
just look for the biggest person.
Kit will walk up to one of the barbarians that we recruited
Easy enough.
and say, "Who did your leader speak to whenever you arrived?"
I know you. Yeah. Come this way. Come. Take you to.
That works. She looks back at the boys and said, "See, it's simple."
It's just that easy.
And as you guys walk through the town, you come to realize it was pretty easy for you to just walk into town.
Yeah, there's no
This is
perimeter.
not
That's
a
pretty
good
sweet.
thing. This is not a good thing. They could sneak in and stab us from behind.
I mean, you guys just walk right in. Nothing too hard about that. And you guys are taken to see this giant, it's the largest building in the town. It's made out of logs. But as you get in, you notice that there's 3 humans and the female barbarian, leader of the tribe, around a table. And they seem to be talking, and they look up at you.
I see you
No.
made it here, okay?
Did you bring more friends?
Unfortunately, they were all too stubborn.
That is unfortunate.
Now you got us.
I don't know if the 4 of you will be enough. The Goblin army is to the south of us. And the Knoll
Goblin army?
And the Knoll army is to the east of us.
Well, we killed some gnolls as our way here, and she'll toss some the gnoll ears on the. She'll pull it out of her pack and toss it onto the table. They were talking with slavers, and unfortunately, they killed all of the slaves but one. This one, and she points back to the one that we saved.
I'll pull the kid around in front of me.
She's very twitchy and looking around nervously.
Her tongue has been cut out, so she cannot speak. And she's very frightened.
Yes, it seems the Knolls have been feeding the slaves and anybody else that they can capture to the hyenas underneath a ritual to become more Knolls.
Well, that needs to be nipped in the bud.
Yes. They seem to be nothing but savages at the moment. Every time we've encountered them, tried to communicate with them, all they say is they want agony. They want agony. That's all they say. So apparently they just want mayhem and chaos.
We came in from the west, right?
Northwest.
All right.
We tried to get teleported out here so that we could be out here a little bit earlier. But the wizard didn't quite have a good sense of direction, but at least it allows us to save this one here.
Well, at the moment, our problem is determining which army attacks first. We cannot defend against both armies. And if we defend against one, we'll be weakened for when the other one attacks.
What if you have strike groups go out and weaken their defenses, like sneak in and poison their food or burn their supplies?
If you think you can accomplish this, go for it.
He looks at the other two. I think we could do it. What about y'all?
Do you really think this is the best idea? I mean,
If we can weaken the forces before they hit the town, yes.
or we might die in the process.
I'm gonna look at the.
We might die tomorrow by getting hit by lightning.
But if you
I'm gonna look at
want it, you will be out there trapped
Our point.
with hundreds of creatures around you wanting to hit.
That's why we have to be very stealthy.
These are large armies. I don't think 4 of us are going to be able to make any kind of an impact that's going to really matter or hinder them.
All we would need to do is go in, sneak in, and set fire to their food. You know, Hungry Army's not going to fight. They revolt.
Well, they're already close. It's not like they're 2 weeks out. And
Yeah, but if we can disrupt them, they'll be unorganized, and we might have a chance of surviving. But I'll decide with a group. I'm just putting my opinion out there.
does anybody on this makeshift council know? I'm going to ask them. Does anybody amongst you know how far away these armies are?
Within striking distance. They're not too far off, but they haven't engaged yet. We're just waiting on them to decide which one of them are attacking us first. But I will not send my men out there to poison or try to... I mean, some of them are even eating each other, so... For one, I don't know what it will accomplish, and two, if you're caught, you're going to be surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of monsters.
Right.
But any damage you can do would be nice. So if you think you can do it.
As I said, I'll go with the group, whatever they decide to do. I'll put my 2 cents in. Now we're waiting on y'all's.
Out of character, think of it like as a Mexican standoff. You have 3 armies, and the first 2 that fight will be the winner of those 2 will be weakened for the 3rd army to come in. So it seems like you're in a Mexican standoff to see which army is going to attack first.
What if we make it look like the Gnoll army is fighting the Goblin army, and the Goblin army is attacking the Gnoll army? So that we're the 3rd army coming in.
So you want to incite Desiree
Them to
them
fight.
first.
Yeah. That way we'll be the strongest.
That might work. I just don't know how we would accomplish that. To get both of them.
Illusions
fight
are
each other.
wonderful things.
Well, I truly hope that you got something in the bag. Because I sure don't.
I can do illusions. I'm actually pretty good at them.
Can your illusions fool an army?
Well, let's see. What type of illusions do I have? Spells. I don't think I have enough to fool an army. But
You don't need to fool the entire army, you just need to fool their leaders.
yeah. If I knew Goblin or Gnoll, it would be easy to do. Because we would go in and act as scouts and say they're attacking each other. But I don't speak either language, so... Do we sit here and wait for them to attack us? Or, unless y'all can come up with another idea?
The only thing I was thinking is maybe we let their army, we determine which one of the other armies we want to attack. And maybe if we think one would be easier for us to take over quicker, whichever one we think we could beat quicker, let the barbarians and the other army attack them, and we could watch the rear to try and protect it from getting, blindsided by the other army. I don't know what that, I don't know. Maybe we can slow them down or hold them off or something. I don't know. Military tactics is not really my specialty.
Nor mine. I'm just good at sneaking around.
You can always flee. It's an option. Just throwing it out there. Devil's advocate.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely crossing Balin's mind right now. I mean, I understand.
Crossing Kit's mind.
I understand the desire to help, but I mean, this is really kind of sounding like there's no plan. And
No leadership, no direction.
right, and it's basically just a matter of time. It feels like it's going to be
Much.
Yeah, but if this town doesn't survive, we don't get paid.
well. It doesn't matter if you get paid if you're dead.
Is there just the barbarian chief here, or is the leader of the commander for the army?
You
here
have
too?
2 commanders from Westrun, and then you have the commander of the shields that are normally posted here. There are 3 other humans along with the barbarian there. I'm trying to have you guys decide. I'm not trying to railroad you guys into doing something. I'm trying to have you guys influence what you want to do. Sorry if it's not seeming like there's a plan. If you want, I can throw you out the objective.
Oh, you're good.
But I figured I would give you guys the opportunity to come up with your own madness, so to speak.
Yeah, this is pretty much madness.
Yeah, but if we knew what the town was going to do, what their military advisors were going to do, we can plan our strategy around them.
Yeah.
Versus us deciding what the whole town is going to do.
I think they don't. Well, I mean, as far as we know, they don't have their plan is to fight, but they're in a stalemate because they don't know. Like right now, they're stuck because they don't know which army is going to attack first. So they're just kind of doing a thing where you act like you're going to chomp somebody, and you're just waiting for them to see who jumps first.
No matter what, they're going to attack, so.
From what we do know, is that both armies want to take us out. The goblins want to take us out before the gnolls take us out, because the gnolls will feast upon our bodies and gain more power. That's how their army is so large now, is somebody's been shipping in hyenas and they've been breeding them like crazy. And their army grows with each casualty. So if a gnoll dies in front of them, a hyena eats him and becomes another gnoll. If a civilian dies in front of him, the hyena eats him and he becomes another gnoll. If a goblin dies in front of him, he eats him and becomes a gnoll. The only problem is, we had a mighty force here. We have our shields, and now we have reinforcements from barbarians and from Westerns. So we have a nice good shield wall, stopping the goblins from attacking us right now, which gave the gnolls time to arrive. So now we're at the stalemate. We know both of them want us dead, it's just a matter of when. And the problem is the goblins don't want to attack the gnolls outright because they don't have the numbers. That's why they wanted to kill us. So they're waiting for the gnolls to attack and then hopefully coming in from behind. The gnolls are waiting to attack us, but they don't want the goblins to come and kill them from behind. So it's at the stalemate, and when the food starts to run low and stuff, I'm pretty sure one of them or both of them will attack us. We are the targets. We are fortified the area as best we can. We have soldiers all around. We are just waiting to be attacked at the moment. If we
Well, it was really easy to walk in.
It very is. You are not gnolls. You are not goblins.
It seems like we're in a situation where we should not be playing defense.
But if we leave the compound of the town, we lose cover. Where we can
There's a
be
good
killed
chance
by
that
wolves.
this isn't enough cover anyways. Why don't we send my party members and I leading what's the chieftain's name? The barbarian lady?
I don't know. What is it?
Let me check the notes real quick. Pretty sure.
I don't think I ever
Have we
wrote
ever
it down.
asked?
Yeah, probably didn't ask.
like
Oh, Leah.
Let me check. Hold on, I think I
Leah,
might have it written down.
Leah. Chief of the God Tribe.
Leah.
Named Leah.
Leah.
Why don't my party mates and I lead alongside Leah, the tribe of barbarians, and half the army sent from Western, and we march onto the goblin encampment and we wipe it out. You said they were weak in numbers, and that's really all goblins have. If we can catch them off guard, I think we can kill them pretty quickly. Few to no casualties.
you to
We
know
march
casualties.
back here, and we defend.
There are hundreds of them. Orcs, ogres, goblins, hobgoblins.
We know that they don't. They're rallying because of how strong the gnolls are getting. Why they're marching on this town, I have no idea.
I told
I
you
don't
why
know
they
why.
were marching on this town. I believe
Yeah,
we
because the
received a
gnolls are
letter,
marching on it.
And the letter said that they were marching on the town to kill it so that the gnolls wouldn't reproduce from it.
Which is
We know-
stupid. Because
But if we
just
get rid
defend
of the
with
null
us.
threat, would they continue to threaten the town?
It doesn't make any sense that they would want to march on the town to kill us so that the gnolls don't eat us. They're just. It just doesn't make any sense. Why?
No, they want to kill us, is what he's saying.
I know.
But if
They wanna
the
kill
gnolls kill us first, the gnolls become too powerful, and then they won't be able to beat the gnolls. So they want to kill us first and then fight the gnolls.
That still doesn't make any sense. They could just defend the town with us and then turn on us would be better.
That would be better. Perhaps you could talk to them about it? I mean, that
Nobody speaks Goblin. I tried to do that a couple of days ago, but nobody speaks Goblin, so we can't. We have no way of communicating with them. Unless one of you speaks Goblin, I look around to the commanders and Leah and her henchmen.
Nope.
That's what I thought.
Hold on.
They don't want to necessarily fight us. They just don't want the gnolls to get stronger than they already are. It's the whole reason why the goblins and the orcs are even combining forces. Because they recognize the mass and the power that the gnoll army is starting to gain, and it scares them.
Oh, we need to decide what we're gonna do, or we're gonna sit here and twiddle our thumbs all night.
Do any of you have any spells that can make you understand languages?
I can understand them, but I wouldn't be able to speak it.
No, I don't.
What about writing?
I would be able to understand it, but I wouldn't be able to write it.
There's got to be, especially in the Goblin Command, there's got to be somebody that speaks a language besides Goblin.
They're goblins. They're not. It's not like a tribe of dwarves.
No, but I'm saying there's orcs and stuff in there too, so they've got to speak different languages, at least Broken Common or something.
Maybe, but I wouldn't count it as a matter of fact thing. They're goblins and orcs. It's not necessarily like, feral dwarves and wood elves. They don't have the mental capacity to comprehend multiple languages.
No, yeah, but I mean, it's, you would think, like, just logically speaking, like, if they're going to torture people or interrogate people, like, they have to have a means to communicate with them.
Maybe. They usually just murder them. They don't really take prisoners unless they want slaves. We
If
could
you
try
guys
it.
would like to go out there and have a conversation with the orcs and the goblins, try to
Yeah.
get them onto our side. I'm all for that.
How do we communicate with them?
I don't know.
No.
Hope they
So
speak
we're
common.
right back at square one.
Let's just.
We're
We're gonna sit here all night debating this and not get anything accomplished. Decide what we're gonna do, and then we'll go and do our best to do it. If it doesn't work out, we'll kill shit.
There's just no winning. If we go out and try to kill one of the tribes, it seems like we'll be too weak to defend the home. If we sit here and we try to defend the home, we'll be too weak to take them both on. We either communicate with them, if by some miracle we find a way how, or we evacuate the town.
How are we gonna evacuate the town this late in the day?
It's not late in the day. It's noon.
Well, you know what I mean. It's late for us to try and even attempt that at this point.
Yes, we can't evacuate the town because they would just attack us on the road.
I guess we sit here and we fight and defend this town. And we die on this hill.
And that's what we do. Can we cut?
That's all we got, right? Hope.
It's not much else we can do. We can't go out and leave the town undefended, and so we fight.
I guess.
Is that the option you want to go with?
The option we have left.
You've had some great ideas.
Just no way to execute them. Everybody around me is too scared to go and kill them. So I guess we'll just sit
I
here and
didn't say
die.
I wouldn't go and kill them. I
Not
just want
you.
y'all to decide what we're gonna fucking do, because sitting here twiddling our thumbs is just gonna allow them to attack us faster.
Literally not you.
Such a hurry to die.
What else I have to look for?
At least try to set up a trap if we're staying here.
Yeah, what preparations has the town made? Is there traps? Is there I'm
They said
sure
they
you
set up the shield wall. That's what allowed the gnolls to have the extra time, so they kind of prepared to defend against the goblins. It sounds like.
Yeah, the
Okay, but
soldiers-
what about traps in front of like our shield wall area where, you know, we lure enemies into it and they fall and, you know, it kills a bunch of them.
I mean, I don't think this is set up like Minas Tirith. I mean, it sounds like it's just a little city, and they're just got here in just enough time to kind of head off the fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm done. I put my opinions in. She's gonna stand back. She's gonna cross her arms and lean against the back wall. She's done. She's offered her opinions. They keep getting shut down. Y'all decide what we're gonna do.
Well, I mean, I'm all for it, but I don't think we have the time to go out and dig a bunch of pits and set up traps right in front of them where they won't not go in them.
You don't have time to do nothing. It seems.
Well, it's as it said. She's put in her ideas. Every one of them's got shut down. She's gonna stand at the back and let y'all decide what we're gonna do.
I'm willing to just defend it with them. If they want to attack something, I say we attack the gnolls and let the goblins do what they're going to do.
Why don't we try to assassinate one of their leaders?
Already talked about going in and sneaking in.
The problem isn't a lack of ideas being offered. The problem is the ability to execute any of these ideas. We can't communicate with them. We apparently don't have a strong enough force to go in and wreak havoc on one of these parties without leaving the town too weak to be overrun. We don't have enough defense to defend against both armies. We don't have a way to communicate with either one of these armies. There are a
Four of
myriad
our-
of ways we could do this. We just can't actually do them. because for some reason this town isn't important enough to send more than 150 troops.
No,
200
there's
troops?
probably about 500 troops here.
Okay, why is
150.
Dude.
it 5,000?
Huh?
Why is it not 5,000? Is my point.
It's all they
Church
can muster
Fields
within amount of
is-
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty far off from
They had a
everywhere.
week. If Western can't amass more than 500 soldiers in a week, then Western needs to have.
Well, shit, you said it
Council
takes.
order.
I mean, even you said when I was talking about sending that girl back just from where we were at, you said it was multiple days just travel. So, I mean, it's really just a physical distance thing.
It takes. How does that make any sense? They had to walk here anyways. It's not just because there's more of them. They have more distance to walk. Whether you're sending 500 or 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, they still got to walk 3 days travel.
Well, that's all good in theory, but that's what we got. So,
Alright, so let me list out your guys' options. Option 1, stay in defense. 2 armies attacking, better than ever. Option 2, you do a poison, assassinate, sneak out in a lone group and try to do something to the army. Option 3, you try to communicate with orcs and the goblin army to try to join forces to take out the Gnoll. Option 4, you guys take half the army and charge out against one of the armies. Does that sound about right? Did I miss any options?
Pretty much. And then, like, option 4 would be trying to communicate with the Goblin Army as to why they're marching on us in the first place. They just help us. And the whole army would be stopped entirely.
That does seem like the smart play.
Problem is how you communicate with them. I mean, yeah, sure, someone there will speak common, but
I'll look at the people around the room. Are there any interpreters or ambassadors or any kind of political figures here in this town?
No, the the high priority targets have been evacuated.
Of course.
hey,
What about any linguists you know of?
Not too many, scholars. Fuck, goblin. But I'm sure somebody over there speaks common. It's why it's called the common tongue. It's just determining how to find somebody that speaks common without being killed off first. That is the trick.
well,
I say we do it. Just the 4 of us.
then it's the best bet that we have.
is there like a known thing in this land, like a flag or something to parlay, like where it's kind of recognized by everybody?
Sure, a white flag.
Okay.
Surrender.
Okay. So just yeah, something.
Basically
I was gonna say, I wasn't sure about surrender because I didn't want to give the wrong,
Yeah, I have no
Yeah.
idea, so we'll just say it's a white flag.
Okay. So maybe we can go in with that, and maybe that draws whoever's in charge.
And if you guys think back, you remember when you found that note? It said basically the only reason they're attacking the humans was for their weapons and armor. So they could
I know, that's what I've been saying this whole time. I know. I think I have the note, or maybe, oh man, I don't think I. Oh, no.
It had it.
I didn't really remember that.
Mariel had it.
Yeah, I didn't remember
That's why
that
I've
at
been
all.
saying this. That's why I've been saying that they don't even.
Well, then
wanna
that's-
kill us.
that's our angle then.
I know. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
That
That's
changes a lot. That changes a lot.
Yeah, you get loud as fuck. You've been quiet as shit. We can't hardly hear you, and then all of a sudden it's.
Yeah, I yelled. I'm frustrated. I've been saying that for like 20 minutes.
Oh, good.
That's
They
our
can. they can have the armor and shit weapons off of the gnolls when we kill them. They can work with us.
That's what I've been saying. But how do we communicate?
Well, let's go fucking find out.
That's what I just said. The four of us should just go out there and do it. It's either we go out there and die, or we sit here and die.
I'm not dying out there. I'll go ahead and tell you now that if we get out there and it doesn't work out, Balin's leaving.
Fine.
Balin.
Fits. We should just go out there. Just the four of us. There's no reason to risk their lives or risk this town for some kind of Hail Mary mission, but this is all we got.
Is that what you're going for? Is that the
Seems
plan?
like our best bet.
Vic?
I just don't want to force you guys into anything, so.
Well, if we die, we die.
So you guys are heading towards.
Have you decided what we're doing?
Yeah, are you in?
Yeah.
Let's go. We should leave in soon. We don't have much time.
All right.
They said the
So-
goblin army was coming from the south?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Heading
the
south.
gnolls and stuff are to the east. North.
Look around the room, give a little nod, and leave.
Any preparations or anything like that you want to do?
Who has the note?
Muriel?
No way.
No, it didn't stay with Miro. Come on. It didn't stay with Miro.
I don't have it.
I wasn't even in the group, so.
Yeah, so if Vic doesn't have it, then we don't have it.
Fuck.
Don't need it though. We're just gonna go speak to them.
Yeah,
we
but
know
what-
their aim.
Okay. Alright, then let's go. I don't really have preparations. So I don't really I need to do.
Yeah, other than maybe set up whatever we're going to use for the little parlay flag and make sure everybody's aware of that.
Yeah. Well,
White shirt and a spear around somewhere.
Alright. You guys head out. And start.
Hey, this would count as another army that we recruited.
Sweet.
I'm sure you guys just leave the.
Yeah, I was going to say we'll leave her with the commanders to have her, the teenage girl, put with wherever the rest of the future body count's going to be.
pretty much.
Alright. And you guys head out. Start marching up the hill.
Yep.
Anything you want to discuss before you run into anything?
So I don't know where you guys are at with this, but depending on how these negotiations go, I think it's a death sentence to go back to that army. That just seems like a bad setup all around. So if we can't get these goblins to go with us, we should haul ass. Where are you guys at on that?
And just leave them, the whole city, to die.
Well,
It-
not sure. We're powerful, but they are probably more powerful beings in that if they're making if they're making more.
Yeah, do we believe that? Like, does that sound like something real? I mean, I'm into some strange magic, but I've never heard of gnolls killing other humanoids and then eating them and creating another gnoll.
You can roll
They
religion.
said the hyenas were eating them and turning into gnolls. And at this point, I've never seen goblins and orcs come together like this. They're not only working together, they're dying for one another to make sure this gnoll army does not get strong enough to just take over the land.
So it is very likely that we can recruit them, per se.
Even the people in Western were saying how the gnolls were multiplying at a supernatural rate.
Well, the thing of it is, we can also use the fact that didn't the dude that had us go recruit, didn't they say that they are going to pay the armies we recruited?
Yeah, I guess if
Yes.
we survive, we can try and loophole our way into getting 50 more gold. But
That's not what she said.
yeah.
No, but we can tell the goblins that not only would they be going towards their own aim, they'd be getting paid to do it.
Isn't that lying? They're not getting paid, we are.
Well, maybe we have to lie our way to get them onto our side.
And even if we don't pay them in gold, we can pay them in the stuff that the goblin army, the hyena army has.
I feel like
No.
we should just not lie. If we want to offer them things,
We're
what
not-
we can do is offer them the spoils.
But we're not lying. Like
We're bargaining.
this is Sin asking y'all this, okay? The guy said that if we recruit the armies, that they're going to pay them.
No, they're gonna pay us. He would pay us extra gold for recruiting more armies. The armies don't get anything.
That doesn't seem right.
It's just not. But he was basically trying to bribe us into recruiting more armies, and us recruiting armies was us bribing them into saving the Turf's field. There was never any promise of money for any of them. It was us
Okay,
literally just going
then
out.
that's
and
a
pleading.
misunderstanding on my part. I'll shut up and we can continue.
There you go. This is, yeah. We were getting shafted on gold anyways. They definitely weren't paying the armies anything.
Gonna be like 1,800 people that will die if you abandon this. Just want to throw that out.
Yeah. True.
Some dark
Hey,
shit.
I was
people.
just checking. I don't know if I have my notes right, but it looks like either Vic or Ganon should have that note because they're the ones that talked to the guy, Darren Denosk, I think, if this is right, that gave him the quest.
Yeah, but wait, what? What? note?
Wait, what?
The goblin note?
Then, yeah, they know the note you guys are talking about?
No. There was the goblin note we got off of. So goblins attacked us, and we killed them, and then we looted their bodies. And that was when Mira was with us, and she could speak goblin, so she took the note and translated it to us. And it was basically, hey, the gnolls are getting super strong. We need to work with the orcs and kill the humans to take their stuff so we can kill the gnolls.
You guys actually gave that note to the Western Guards and stuff.
Yeah, we did.
They didn't give back.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Don't know if they gave it back, but if they didn't, well, we don't have it.
Yes. It is what it is. We don't have the note. It is what it is.
Alright, so we're gonna take the break, and then we're gonna get into this. Alright?
Shit.
Okay.
A lot of talking.